Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, looters, shield, desolate, swords, peasants, vassals. I'm a useful idiot, and I want to talk about this raid or airstrike by Israel in Syria. And when I first heard about this, it seemed like it was a possible mistake on a convoy on a border region. But as it turns out, it is a strike on a military research institute very near Damascus, the capital. So this is now a big deal. And so we have an Israeli airstrike. So it is a military research institute, is well known, and it produces unconventional weapons. So yesterday there was an Israeli airstrike within the sovereign state of Syria. And they said that they were targeting a convoy carrying anti-aircraft weapons to Hezbollah in Lebanon. But then they also point out that, those trucks are next to the Military Research Institute in Damascus, near Damascus. So this is an intentional strike by Israel, and it harkens back to other strikes by Israel before. They went into Iraq and destroyed a nuclear facility, and they went into Syria previously, I think 92. They went into Syria and bombed a nuclear facility then. And so now, once again, they're acting with impunity and preemptive strikes all throughout the region. So once again, I'm perplexed when Israel and the United States talk about provocative acts by Syria and Iran, when Israel has agents operating within Syria and Iran. They have been murdering scientists and blowing up facilities and directing airstrikes and spying. So it would appear that Israel is being the provocative one, and here once again they are being provocative, and they could be provoking war. And just because Syria is in the middle of a civil war doesn't mean that all sorts of unforeseen consequences couldn't unfold. Or maybe they are foreseen consequences. Maybe Israel would like to provoke a war with Syria when Syria is on its knees with a civil war. So, interesting development. Israel, of course, their spokesman says, quote, Israel's preference would be if a Western entity would control these weapon systems. But because it appears the world is not prepared to do what was done in Libya or other places, then Israel finds itself, like it has many times in the past, facing a dilemma that only it knows how to respond to. And there's certain truth to those words, although when they say the world is not prepared to do what needs to be done, of course they're referring to the United States, who Israel likes to get to do all their dirty work. And so this will be interesting to see how this plays out. We now have Syria and Iran both promising some sort of retaliation and trying to address their grievances in the UN. And the UN is looking into it, and then Russia is also warning of potential consequences. So this is a big deal. I'm still, or I shouldn't say still, I said I'm constantly surprised by the behavior of Israel to take advantage of this situation. They just can't help themselves to go in and do these airstrikes inside Syria when this is going on. It could only lead to more problems. And I think we're probably going to see more of this. That seems to be the way it works. So here we have Israel provoking a potential war with Syria. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.